Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm reviewing an old but popular product from Nathan Kranzo and Penguin Magic. It's called Repetition. In addition to reviewing the product, I will also be announcing the winner for my monthly magic giveaway for June. I have one giveaway every month, and all you need to do to be eligible is subscribe. So hit that subscribe button before we continue, because here on this channel I enjoy posting performances, magic reviews, and even creative tutorials with effects that I have came up with. But without further ado, let's start off with a performance of Repetition. So let's start out with the performance of the effect. I have the 4 threes here. They're blue backed, and they need to be blue backed for this effect to work, because they need to be the opposite color of my shirt, which is red. They can't be red. But since they're the 4 threes, since they're threes, we only need 3 threes, so it's not 4 threes. Kind of get how it works? I'm going to take one of the threes and set them here. And I'll leave it there in the background. So now we only have 3 threes. Oh, I'm sorry. That shouldn't have happened. I'll get rid of that. Okay, now we only have 3 threes. So what we're going to do with the 3 threes is we're going to take them and we're going to put one of... Again. That's annoying, but we'll continue. 3 threes. 1, 2, 3. Good. So we're going to take this. We only need 3 threes. Okay. Finally. 3 threes. We're going to take these two over here and this one. You know what? Forget it. I can't even do the trick anyway because they're red-backed playing cards. In fact, actually, that one's blue-backed. We'll do the trick with that one. We'll do the trick. That's Repetition by Nate Kranzo. Now, let's get right into the review. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that performance of Repetition. If you did, feel free to like the video and subscribe, which is all you need to do to be eligible for this month's giveaway. By the way, last month's giveaway, we're going to announce the winner of that in just a second. But first, I just wanted to let any magic distributors or creators know, if you'd like me to review one of your products, please contact me at bffanmail@gmail.com and we can arrange stuff. Now, for the winner of the giveaway, I'm going to announce it. I'm just going to spin the wheel thing online. The winner of this month's or June's giveaway is Water Leak Reading. Water Leak. If you want the prize, which is a pack of ties from Penguin Magic, a marked deck of cards, and Heartbeat by Juan Colas, email me at bffanmail@gmail.com within a week. If you do not email me within a week, then unfortunately I will have to choose another winner. I'll keep all the rest of the viewers posted on that. But good luck to everyone else for the July competition, or the July contest, which will be announced in a couple videos or so. But back to the review. First off, I'm sure you're wondering, with Repetition, what do you get? So inside this plastic bag, you get a card that on the other side has a tutorial link, which I will not show you. Nathan Kranzo is in the tutorial, and he teaches it for 20 minutes. And in that 20-minute tutorial, he goes through the subtleties, the material used for this gimmick, and more. You also get these specially gimmicked cards. They're not normal cards. And you get the gimmick cards that allow you to perform the effect. There's no DIY or anything. In fact, you may even be able to make your own gimmick cards. The thing is, with these gimmick cards, not everyone gets the same cards. For example, Nathan Kranzo, and even in the ad copy, he uses the 4 queens, but I got the 4 threes. Some people will get the 4 fours, 4 fives, so on and so on and so on. No one will get the same cards. Well, some people will get the same cards, but I think Penguin Magic was just trying to use up the decks rather than having the same 4 cards each time. So keep that in mind. You can't control which 4 cards you get. The gimmicked cards are great. They should last a long time. I've had this for a couple years now. I haven't reviewed it. But I realized now it's quite popular, so I wanted to get my opinion out there. But the thing is, these cards are made up of a material that almost every magician has. And if this ever starts to wear out, then you can add some of your own material to it, or even make your own cards. And that way this probably will last you a lifetime. However, even if it doesn't, they're very easy to make yourself. Now, how is the tutorial? As I said, the tutorial is 20 minutes. It's shot in the Penguin Magic Studios, and it's really well done. Nate Kranzo does all the subtleties. He explains it. It's not too short. It's not too long. The tutorial is just about right. There aren't live performances, but Nate does perform this to the camera himself. I wish there would have been live performances, though, as always. So, what are the angles like for this? The angles are pretty much perfect. The only thing is, you may not want people directly behind you as you're doing the effect. It's more of a comedic effect, so it works better on stage. So you're most likely going to have better control over your angles, but I wouldn't have anyone staring over your shoulder. That would be no-go for me. As I said, there's no live performances in the tutorial. Now, is this examinable? It depends on who's examining the cards. You're going to be throwing these cards on the floor. Most likely, that's how Nate shows you to do it. But if you don't want to, you can just throw them on the table. The thing is, the cards are gimmicked. They can be examined by laymen. But if a magician starts picking up these cards, putting them together, and feeling around, they may feel something weird, and they may see a certain property of these cards, and that's not good. But don't worry. These cards should probably be able to be examined by most audiences. Now, let's talk about the difficulty and practicality of this effect. So this is a packet trick. How difficult is it? It's not incredibly difficult. I mean, there's pretty much no sleight of hand at all. You're just, as long as you can spread cards like this and pick up a card like this, then you should be able to perform this effect. When these cards are new, though, I will say, I have very dry hands sometimes. And when these cards were new, I was performing this casually. I haven't actually done this too much in the real world, but I was performing this casually, and the gimmick wouldn't activate. The effect didn't work because my hands were so dry. However, as I've broken these cards in, that's gotten a ton better, and that issue has completely disappeared for me. Now, is there any DIY? As I said, there is no DIY unless you want to repair your gimmick, which it doesn't need. I wouldn't even say repairing. If you wanted to add extra material, or you wanted to make your own gimmick, which I highly recommend, so you have multiple sets of these, then you could do some DIY. But this is super practical. It fits into most card wallets. Penguin Magic also has some 80-cent card wallets. They're just vinyl. You stick it in. It's really easy to keep in there. Now, What's the pocket space? It's just a few cards thick. Not too thick, not extremely thin either. But again, it just fits in one of those packet trick wallets, which I have a ton of. It's definitely worth getting those wallets. Now, even if you don't get this effect itself. Now, what is the reset like? So the reset is you have to pick up all the cards from the table or from the floor, but in a certain order. If you don't pick it up in a certain order, you may have some issues. This isn't really covered too much in the tutorial, but it's just something I kind of found out myself works better if you pick it up in a certain way. But that should just take less than a minute, and it can be done right in front of your audience, right after the effect. As you're cleaning up the cards, you're picking them up. There's nothing really suspicious. There's no flaps or anything like that. It's really easy to clean up for it. Now, let's see if the ad copy and trailer are honest. I already watched the trailer. The trailer is completely honest. But now I'll read the ad copy. Okay. When the Kranzilla attacks a classic, you know there's going to be a twist. Counting cards and tossing them away, only to have them return to your hand, is a trick that's been around the block. But in Nathan Kranzo's hands, it not only becomes super engaging, but it gets a kicker ending your audience doesn't see coming. This is Nathan Kranzo's Repetition. Here's what happens. The magician shows the audience 4 blue-backed cards, cleanly wiggling the cards between their fingers. The magician puts 1 card in their pocket or hat to remain in view so they can show the audience the old 3-card trick. Magically, a new card is produced at the magician's fingertips. The card is tossed away so the magician can show the audience the old 3-card trick. The card returns again and again until the magician gives up on trying to get rid of cards. In a twist ending, the blue-backed cards are shown to have transformed into red cards. This trick uses a fantastic set of gimmicked cards that practically do all the work for you. In addition to receiving the gimmicked cards, Kranzo teaches you variations on the effect and how to easily make new gimmicks to fit new presentations. The gimmicks work cleanly, so you can perform the effect both from stage and close-up. Repetition is a trick you'll find yourself performing again and again and again and again. That's the ad copy. Do I think that's honest? Yes, that is an honest ad copy, I think. It's true. You get all the gimmicked cards. You get great teaching from Nate Kranzo. I really enjoyed the teaching. It was good, and I enjoyed the gimmicks as well. Now that we've covered the ad copy, let's talk about the price. So, as I said, I purchased this at least a year ago, and I got this when it was on sale for $14.95 or $15 US. However, it has gone up to $20. Do I think this is worth it? I think it's a little expensive for what you get. But if you do plan on performing this, it's worth it. But it's just a little bit on the expensive side. I think it should have been $14.95 like it was before. However, if you do plan on performing this, you will easily earn back the money you spend on this. Now, pros and cons. Pros, I think the ad copy is honest. This is a funny piece. It can be done on all audiences, young and old, and it transcends language barriers. You can do it even if a person can't even speak English. It's a comedic, light-hearted effect. Also, the gimmick's really easy to repair and make more of. That's always a plus. And finally, I really like how good the reset is, and I like how much Nathan has upgraded this from the standard tossing away cards and having them reappear in your hand gag. I think this is a lot better, and it's a lot funnier. Well, yeah, what percent do I give this? I'm gonna give this an 87%. It's not something I'll always be performing, something I'll do on stage once or twice in a blue moon, but not something I'm carrying around everywhere. I did try to carry them around everywhere. However, I found the substance with these cards, especially in hot environments, like where I live, this hasn't been as effective. I don't know exactly why, but yeah. I do highly recommend picking this up if you're more of a comedy magician, a card guy like me. But thank you all for watching. Again, subscribe to be eligible for the giveaways and subscribe for new tutorials, performances, reviews, and more. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you got something out of this video. Thank you. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.